of heaven exist? For thousands of years, humans have asked, what happens after death? Is there a heaven? And if so, how many layers of heaven exist? Is it one single place? Or are there levels, dimensions, and realms? Today, we're going extremely deep. Ancient spiritual teachings across multiple traditions, what modern science and consciousness studies suggest, my own reflections and personal journey through spiritual exploration, real life testimonies of near death experiences, and 10 powerful daily practices you can follow to elevate yourself toward higher spiritual planes. By the end of this video, you'll see that heaven may not be some distant place. Heaven may be many layers of consciousness, accessible even while we live. The universal belief in multiple heavens. Across cultures, multiple heavens have been described for thousands of years. Christianity, the Bible, Paul speaks of being caught up to the third heaven. 2 Corinthians 12:2. Islam, the Quran, 7 heavens are described, each layer higher than the last. Hinduism, many realms exist, Svarga, Vaikuntha, Brahmaloka, and more, leading eventually to moksha, ultimate liberation. Buddhism, many heavenly realms exist, from deva worlds to pure lands, but even these are temporary compared to nirvana. Sikhism, Guru Granth Sahib, speaks of countless realms and worlds beyond human comprehension, all held by the Creator. Kabbalah, Jewish mysticism, describes 7 levels of heaven, each reflecting deeper closeness to God's light. Mystic Christianity and Gnostic texts describe spiritual planes leading toward full union with divine source. The idea of one simple heaven or hell is far too simplistic for most traditions. Instead, many levels exist, like staircases to higher consciousness. My personal search for this answer. After my bankruptcy in 2009, when I lost everything I had worked for, I lay in the hospital bed with my health collapsing and my mind racing. For the first time, I stopped asking, how much money can I make? How much status can I gain? And instead, I began asking, who is pulling the strings? What is this existence? What happens after this life? That led me into the deepest spiritual study of my life. The Bhagavad Gita, the Bible, the Quran, the Guru Granth Sahib, Buddhist teachings, and Taoism. I was no longer studying for religion. I was studying to understand truth. And one truth kept repeating itself. Heaven is not one place. It is many layers of vibration, energy, and purity of consciousness. Classic story, The Mountain Path. A wise teacher once said, reaching heaven is like climbing a great mountain. At the base, many stand in darkness. As you climb, the air clears. Each layer brings more light, more peace, more truth. Until finally, you reach the summit where all merges into oneness. The concept of layers, not locations. Here's a critical understanding. The layers of heaven are not places like physical locations. They are frequencies of consciousness. As your soul evolves, you vibrate at higher frequencies. Each layer brings more love, purity, light, and closeness to divine source. What determines which layer we enter? It is not wealth, power, fame, intelligence, religious label. It is based on purity of heart, detachment from ego, compassion, surrender, love, forgiveness, truthfulness, service to others. Heaven is not earned by performance, it's revealed through transformation. Modern scientific parallels, dimensions of existence. Even modern science hints at multiple layers of reality. Quantum physics suggests the existence of multiple dimensions beyond the physical. String theory proposes many dimensions interwoven with our known universe. Consciousness studies suggest the mind may not be entirely bound by brain or body, opening doors to non-physical realities. Near-death experiences, NDEs, testimonies of multiple heavens. Thousands of people report traveling through layers of light, meeting beings of higher wisdom, feeling rising levels of love and peace, experiencing boundaries of entry based on their spiritual state. Many describe an initial realm of peace, a higher realm of pure light, a barrier where further entry required even deeper surrender. The paradox, heaven starts now. Here's a deep secret. The climb doesn't begin after death, it starts now. Every time you forgive, love purely, surrender ego, serve selflessly, seek truth sincerely, you're ascending the layers of heaven even while alive. My own experience of climbing the inner ladder. When I lost everything in 2009, my first reaction was anger, blame, victimhood. But as I surrendered, I read deeply, meditated daily, practiced gratitude, served others, released attachment. I began feeling inner peace, stillness, joy without reason, a quiet knowing. This was my first taste of the higher layers of heaven while still alive. The dangers of waiting until death. Many people think I'll live how I want now and worry about heaven later. But transformation doesn't happen overnight. The soul's vibration is cultivated daily. If you live in greed, hatred, envy, ego, you anchor yourself to lower frequencies. Even after death, your vibration carries you to its matching layer. 10 practical steps to ascend the layers of heaven daily. 1. Begin with daily awareness. Ask each morning, what vibration am I creating today? 2. Release ego identity. Detach from titles, possessions, achievements. You are not your resume, you are your soul. 3. Forgive quickly. Holding grudges anchors your vibration downward. Forgiveness sets you free. 4. Serve without expectation. Pure service purifies the heart. Give with no agenda. 5. Detach from worldly desires. Enjoy the world, but don't cling to it. Attachment fuels suffering. 6. Meditate. Daily silence allows your third eye to open. Stillness connects you to higher realms. 7. Study. Eternal wisdom. Feed your mind with truth, not entertainment. Scripture elevates your thinking. 8. Watch your speech. Speak truth, kindness, encouragement. Words carry vibration. 9. Choose your company wisely. Surround yourself with those pursuing light, not darkness. 10. Surrender. Daily to divine will, let go of control. Allow life to unfold. Surrender aligns you with higher intelligence. Classic story, the king who entered the garden. A king asked a sage, how many heavens exist? The sage led him through a garden. Each gate opened into deeper beauty, fragrance, and light. The king asked, when does it end? The sage smiled, there is no end. As long as you purify your heart, you rise. The ultimate destination, merging with Source. The highest heaven is not a place, it's unity, where you are no longer separate, where ego dissolves fully, where you merge back into divine source. Let's recap. Most traditions describe multiple heavens, not one. These are vibrational layers of consciousness. Your spiritual state determines your level. Science increasingly supports non-physical dimensions. The climb begins now through daily surrender, service, love, and detachment. Heaven isn't something you enter, it's something you become. My final reflection. When I lost everything I once thought mattered, I discovered everything that truly matters. Surrender, peace, inner joy, connection to God. The higher layers of heaven don't require death, they require awakening. And each day we are climbing or falling by how we live. Call to action. If this video opened your eyes, write in the comments, I choose to climb higher. Like, subscribe, and share this with anyone chasing spiritual growth. And if you want to go even deeper, watch my next video, How Exercise Can Benefit the Mind.